Namaste friends, a very warm welcome to Ansarkari, and in this very quick and a brief interaction, we are going to pick up two questions from economics optional paper 1. And the strategy here would be a little different because again we try to understand the concept and also the technical understanding behind the concept. So that is why I'll be reading out the question and then Mansi would be helping me out with a basic and you can say a very quick overview, and we'll be going with the questions and then we'll be trying to compare how they had been written in I wouldn't say model but the mock answer of an aspirant who later on went on to crack the examination. So let's start with question number 1. Mansi, you can start, please.
Ji, sir. So it is giving us two equations of quantity demanded and quantity supplied. And we have to comment on these two
Marshallian
equations for Marshallian and Walrasian partial equilibrium stability in this case. So
correct.
we have these two theorems for determination of the price level. So I started with the basics of both the theories. That Marshall is emphasizing upon the quantity adjustment to reach the equilibrium price, whereas Walras has the opposite approach of price adjustment to
Correct.
reach
Okay.
the equilibrium price. And this is achieved when both quantity demanded is equal to quantity supplied in both the cases. So
Okay.
when we equate these two equations, we will get the equilibrium price. So P, which stands for price, turns out to be 5 in this case. And because it is talking about the partial equilibrium, so it is a single market case. So it is studying only at a specific regional level. So with this equilibrium price, we can then derive what is the equilibrium quantity demanded and quantity supplied by putting this 5 value in both these equations. So we'll get 5 only. Then
Okay.
separately, it is asking us for Marshall and Walras partial equilibrium
Partial
stability. So
stability. Yes.
I have divided them and then using the graph and the putting the values in the graph also. I've explained that in Marshall, since quantity adjustment will be taking place. So if we take the case of, let's say, at AB position, so we see that buyers are more willing to pay a higher price. So that is why suppliers will be getting a higher price than the price that they thought would be more, we can say, feasible. So they will increase the production in the economy. So when the production increases from this 4 units, they will reach the equilibrium quantity, which is 5 units. So this is reached, and in case of Walrus, because price will be adjusting. So for example, in the situation of DF, this is representing excess supply in the economy. Now here, since there is excess supply, more has been produced by the suppliers, and in order to sell that excess or the extra quantity, they will have to reduce the price from this
Price.
6
Correct.
to 5 rupees. So they will reduce the price and again reach
Market equilibrium will be reached.
the
Okay. Yeah.
so approach, it will lead to same equilibrium, but the mechanism
Position.
is different in both.
Only mechanism changes. In this case, you are talking about this.
Hanji, in both
As
the
per the proposition given in the question, finally we can assume and we can agree that both the approaches will be leading to the same equilibrium position, but only both the mechanisms are different.
Ji, sir.
Please move on. Thank you.
Then in question number 2, so it is giving us a situation. It is like based on
A
the
government tax on commodity, a
hmm,
government tax on commodity with rebate on income will be
income
better off.
through Hicks
Yes.
method
Through
than
Hicks method,
Slutsky method
then
of welfare.
Studsky method of welfare.
Mhm.
Okay,
So
fine.
we have to just justify this situation which is given to us.
Correct. It is
So,
only asking to discuss.
so again explaining
It
the
is saying, I'll read out the
Mhm.
Calder Hicks welfare criteria is based on compensation principle, which states welfare gain after losses are compensated by gainers.
G.
Wow. Okay. And Strutsky says, on the other hand, that I had break the analysis into substitution and income effect of welfare.
Welfare.
Okay.
G.
Very good. A government tax suggests fall in disposable income of the consumer, which reduces welfare as purchasing power. बिल्कुल सही बात है. Government tax, correct, suggest तो वही करता है. For example, indirect tax of GST, we say ना we are paying tax, तो बचेगा क्या?
G, sir.
Under Hicks welfare criteria, government tax plus rebate on income, government tax plus rebate
On
on
income.
income
G, zero.
result in net welfare as the gainer. Government is the gainer. It is redistributing the gain, that is the tax revenue, to the taxpayer citizen. good clarity, as rebate, which removes cascading effect of tax according to the compensation principle. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट एंड जीएसटी वर्क्स ऑन दिस प्रिंसिपल. ठीक बात है, पैसा दे रहे हो, सरकार ले रही है, लेकिन सरकार वापस भी दे रही है किसी किसी तरीके से, तो आप कुल मिला के एक विशियस साइकिल से बच रहे हो. एज पर substitution effect, government tax on commodity will reduce its demand and rebate is credited with a time lag. Okay, सही बात है. In short term, welfare falls. That's what it is saying. So income effect में वो कहना चाह रहे हैं, directly reduces disposable income and demand for inferior good increases, obviously because you have less money given goods like food, cereals. Welfare falls. So it results in the net welfare fall in the short run. Therefore, Calder-Hicks criteria increases welfare with the opposite effect of Slutsky criteria. Both are opposite to each other. And one is sharing in a very, one is maybe I can say in non-economic terms that one is trying to promote the idea that it is in the right direction, but other is saying that government is taking up, but then actually it is taking up, it is not giving it back, and it is not fulfilling the, fulfilling what I should say, the real measure. Let's come up to the, now you can start in the first one.
In this Marshall and Marshall and the Walrus equilibrium. So again, the introduction stated stability depends upon the price. So this was swapped. ये गलत लिखा गया. Marshall का quantity है and Walrus का price है.
Walrusian का price है, ठीक बात है.
Establish equilibrium. So when both the demand and supply, they are normal. That is demand and supply. Demand is downward sloping, supply is upward sloping. Both Marshall Walrus, they confirm stability. But here differences arise when both are downward sloping. So यहाँ पे इक्वेशन में जो स्लोप डिटरमाइन करते हो सेकंड प्राइस वेरिएबल, बिकॉज यहाँ पे दोनों में माइनस साइन है. माइनस मतलब दोनों कर्व डाउनवर्ड स्लोपिंग हो गई. सो मैंने ये मिस कर दिया एंड मैंने नॉर्मल वाला ही ड्रॉ किया जो नॉर्मल फंडामेंटल थ्योरी में एक्सप्लेन किया जाता है. सो यहाँ पे फिर इन्होंने इसको एक्सप्लेन किया थ्रू सेम डायग्राम. लॉजिक सेम है बट बस सप्लाई कर्व जो होगा वो डाउनवर्ड स्लोपिंग होगा. सो
माइनस की वजह से.
हाँ, माइनस की वजह से. तो पहले वाले का रिजल्ट वुड बी सेम जो जैसे मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया, बस डायग्राम में सप्लाई कर्व डाउन स्लोपिंग होगा और क्वांटिटी एडजस्टमेंट होगा. शी शोड की जो भी है सैंपल पेपर में प्राइस एडजस्ट हो रहा है बिकॉज ऊपर ही गलत लिखा था इंट्रो में. तो क्वांटिटी एडजस्ट होगा यहाँ पे एंड की वजह से स्टेबिलिटी मेंटेन रहेगी क्योंकि जो फंडामेंटल लॉजिक है वो यहाँ अभी भी लग रहा है. इवन द सप्लाई कर्व इज डाउनवर्ड स्लोपिंग. बट यहाँ वॉलरस वाले में चीजें ऑपोजिट हो जाएंगी जो फंडामेंटल थ्योरी होती है. तो यहाँ पे वो मिस्टेक हो गई. वो फिर पूरा जो मैंने लॉजिक लगाया वो यहाँ पे फिट नहीं हो रहा है. तो यहाँ पे स्टेबिलिटी नहीं होगी इन द शॉर्ट रन या पार्शियल इक्विलिब्रियम में भी. वॉलरस
there will be further pressure on the prices to rise and hence we move away from equilibrium point. हमने यही बोला था मैकेनिज्म दोनों डिफरेंट हैं लेकिन रिजल्ट इक्विलिब्रियम पे आ रहा है. तो एक्चुअली में रिजल्ट सेकंड वाले में इक्विलिब्रियम पे नहीं आ रहा.
वॉलरस बोलते हैं कि प्राइस डिक्लाइन होगा बट यहाँ पे बिकॉज सप्लाई कर्व डाउन स्लोपिंग हो गया तो प्राइस ऊपर की तरफ और शिफ्ट होगा. सो इसलिए
तो इन्होंने कंक्लूजन में लिखा, करेक्ट, कंक्लूजन में लिखा jury is still out on what adjust first, price or quantity. Thus in a market analysis both Marshall and partial equilibrium case remain relevant. So ठीक है, coming to the second question please.
In this, so Hicks and Slutsky, they separated the income and substitution effect from the price effect. Hicks advocated adjustment such that original bundle is affordable, while the Slutsky advocated adjustment such that original utility is maintained after the tax. So ये मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. हाँ, ये एक्सप्लेन भी यहाँ पे पूरा क्रॉस ही कर रखा है. जो लॉजिक लगा आई थिंक वो ठीक नहीं लगा क्योंकि सर जो कार्डर और हिक्स का क्राइटेरिया वो कॉम्पनसेशन प्रिंसिपल पे ही बेस्ड है. तो वो कोई मेंशन
हिक्स का तो बोला ना, ओरिजिनल यूटिलिटी बोला है और स्टर्स्की का ओरिजिनल बंडल बोला है. तो दीज आर द कीवर्ड्स. और एक्सिस तो चलो हमने लेबल किए थे. नीचे आइए. और उन्होंने
मैंने
मेंशन
थ्योरेटिकली एक्सप्लेन किया उसको, मैंने डायग्राम ड्रॉ नहीं किया.
तो हम, अच्छा ठीक है, नीचे आइए. तो बाकी ठीक से ये नहीं है तो अवॉइड सच, क्या बोला, नीचे आइए. अवॉइड सच कॉन्सेप्चुअल मिस्टेक्स, इट जीरोज डाउन योर इंटायर एनालिसिस. तो हमने ऐसा नहीं किया. पहले वाले में हमारे साथ ऐसा हुआ हाफ पार्ट में. तो इफ यू कैन स्टॉप द स्क्रीन शेयरिंग एंड so what takeaway for anyone who is trying to attempt, I think the positive takeaway is that when someone's concept is very clear, like the way your concept is clear, then still also we have to be careful, and we have to be relaxed in our mind, because any small mistake inadvertently can create a whole problem. And because it is a technical thing, it has to be done with a calm mind. It is not subjective, it is very objective, because one must know the concept and the theory very properly.
जी
Then only we can write it. So I think it's a good attempt. As far as the confidence is concerned, it's a good beginning, because we are writing it, we will be scaling it sooner. So and to be more careful, that's what I can say. Rest you can conclude it.
सो फर्स्ट पॉइंट यही रहेगा कि हैव टू बी मोर केयरफुल अगर फंडामेंटल या कॉन्सेप्ट भी क्लियर है तो हैव टू रीड इट और
जोश में नहीं करना है, जोश में नहीं होना चाहिए, समझ से होना चाहिए।
जी। और सर जो सेकंड क्वेश्चन से लर्निंग ये होगी कि फंडामेंटल कॉन्सेप्ट पता होने के बाद भी अप्लाइड ही पूछा है, क्योंकि ये डायरेक्टली एक्सप्लेनेशन बुक में नहीं है, तो आपको डिराइव करना है आंसर थ्रू द फंडामेंटल क्लैरिटी जो आपके पास है
तो सेकंड वाला जैसे यहाँ पे कार्ड दिया गया, तो हम आप अपने आंसर को कहाँ पे रेट करते हैं, कैसे आप उसको कंक्लूड करते हैं?
सर आई थिंक वो तो सर आई थिंक लॉजिकली जो डिराइव किया है तो दैट इज ऑनलाइन, बट ग्राफ शायद मैं ड्रॉ कर सकती थी।
कर सकती थी, कोई नहीं। सो देयर इज ऑलवेज अ पिकिंग अप ऑफ अ न्यू आइडिया व्हेन समवन इज एक्चुअली ट्राइंग टू डू इट। तो इससे बात यह है कि हमने जब कॉन्सेप्ट पहली बार किया, फिर हमने उसको दूसरी बार किया, फिर हमने उस पे उसको समझ के हमने उसको वी हैव गॉन इवन फॉर ऑडियो विजुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ द सेम।
जी
सो वी आर वेरी नियर टू द होल थिंग, और हमारे सारे एफर्ट को राइट डायरेक्शन में कल्मिनेट करने के लिए ये भी एक स्टेप होगा। And I'm sure in the next step we will be coming back more stronger, more smarter, more confident, and definitely moving towards achieving the true goal. So with this idea, we will get back in another episode where we will be doing background work completely, picking up more sticks, and then according to our schedule, according to our planning, and according to our work process, we will be getting back to bring something more meaningful and more crucial for all of us, so that we can learn better and we can move it further in future to get success with Ansarkari. Thank you very much.